Hey, what's going on, guys? Jason Lohr here with Jason Lohr Photography and Films. Welcome back to another episode of the podcast series Real Talks with Filmmakers. And today's episode, we're going to be talking about why you, as a filmmaker, whether it be a screenwriter, a film editor, or a cameraman, or anything to do with, the filmmaking process, you need to start charging and getting paid for your work. Now, let me start this off with when you shouldn't be charging. That is the very beginning when you say to yourself, I want to be a filmmaker. I want to be a cameraman, I want to be a film editor, and I want to be a screenwriter. It's like, I'll be willing to work for free if you would give me the opportunity to come on set or come onto the scene and start filming, or write a story for you and show off what my writing skills are. Same thing with like film editing. Now, you can do it for free to get some experience, but I can guarantee you the one thing you will learn about filmmaking is just how hard it is. Many people think that, it's just, for filming, a movie. As a cameraman, all you have to do is just hit the record button and then you're good to go. And just point the camera out where you want to record. Or, for film editing, it's like, oh, you just put the videos together and then put the music there and you're good. Or a screenwriter, right? Oh, you got the idea, so it shouldn't be too hard from there, right? Well, it's easier said than done. I guess the old saying goes. So, like I said, when you start working for free and trying to gain that experience and learn, like I said, you'll learn that it's more than just pushing a record button and start recording a video. No, you got to look at the equipment that you're using. You got to look at the project that you're going to be working on. So that calls for the type of equipment that you'll need, whether it be, the type of camera, the lens, the lighting, the audio. And then, of course, if it's a big project, okay, what are you, no, who's your team going to be? A lot of people don't think about that. You know what I mean? And when they finally come to realize why their video quality and their sound quality and their lighting looks so crappy, is because they didn't have the equipment to get a really good, quality film. And so, I learned that the hard way when I came to realize that the audio recording off of the camera, off of my Canon camera, was not good enough. I was like capturing so many other audio that was going on in the background, cars, birds, planes, when I'm trying to like film, my actors. And then I come to realize that, oh, you need a separate recording microphone, hence a boom mic, or external microphone, such as the one I have right now, right? So, same thing with the lighting. If I didn't have like, the lighting equipment that I have today, a lot of my lighting would be very, very bad, to the point where it's like, just, dude, we can't watch any of your films because the lighting is like just hurting our eyes, or it's just unbearable to watch. I've had some really tough critics too in the past, and that's one where it led me to think, okay, this is what I should probably do to do better. Now, moving on to editing, it's like people say that, okay, you're just, putting together, the video clips that were filmed, and then also, putting music in, and you're great. But the thing is that you have to go through all the videos that were filmed and separate the good from the bad. And then after that, now you have to fix the lighting if there's a certain style of lighting, or even certain style of like look. So now you have to play around with special effects, which can be pretty, oh gosh, pretty, what's the word? Gosh, I, I'm trying to think of the word, but all I can think of is that it's going to be very, very hard because now it's having to, find the right effects and then applying it on there and then seeing if, you know, the, uh, the supervisors like what they see or if that's what they're looking for. And then also now, if you have external audio, right? Like the guy that's holding that big stick with the microphone, if there's external audio, now you have to match the audio with the video clip. And if it's out of sync by just half a second, hey man, a lot of the supervisors, producers, or directors, if they catch that, they're gonna pretty much tell you, dude, is this freaking amateur hour or what's going on? But there's a lot more to it. And now, I mean, lastly, what I love to do the most is screenwriting is, other than just an idea, now you have to put that idea on paper into a story. You got the first act, second act, third act, beginning, middle, and end, right? So who's your character? What's your character struggling with? Who are the other characters? The main villain, the allies, and of course, what's the story about? Is it a revenge story, a treasure hunt story, a save the princess story? Now that that's been established, how are you going to be able to structure it to where the hero is going to start from the beginning and make his or her way through the middle, learn some stuff and, you know, progress on to the final act and save the day? It's like it has to all make sense. And that's what makes it so hard because you will come to find out that there's more that's happening in that idea. And a lot of people, and I'm actually guilty of it too, we get into like some writer's block to where, holy crap, what do I do now? And like another thing too is, depending on like how your day went, it could affect your writing as well mentally. So if you were working a day job where lots of drama is happening at work, or if not just that day, every day, it's going to follow you home. And you're trying to write a comedy or no, not a drama, but a comedy or romance or action adventure, but all you just have is just this drama that's going on in your mind from work. Now let's up it up a bit. What if you were a family man, right? You have a wife, a husband, and kids. And shoot, now after a long day at work, you have your family to, I shouldn't say deal with, but you have your family that you have to spend time with now. And you're just already mentally exhausted. And after having dinner with them, or maybe going to your kids' baseball, volleyball, cheerleading games, and what have you, now you're super exhausted. You get home late, and the last thing you want to do is sit down and write. That's absolutely challenging. Even a friend of mine at work tried to take a crack at writing, and he just absolutely gave up on it because he just didn't have the mentality for it, and also just didn't have the energy after a long day at work and, coming home to the kids. So it's just very exhausting. So it's very, very challenging. You can apply that to even, for the editing and the filmmaking. Oh no, sorry, the camera man job. So it's definitely a lot more to it. And, with that being said, this is why you as a filmmaker need to start charging people for your work because, like I said, there's more to it. And how you can do that is just looking at what you're working with. What project are you doing? What's going to require out of you your time most of all, and that's the time away from your friends, family, and even your day job that's actually paying you something, right? So that's one of the things that you have to keep in mind is like your time that you're putting into making a film for somebody. Now, it could be a promotional video. It could be like wedding video, anniversary video, or shoot, a web series or what have you. But the thing is that when it requires like your time, effort, and skills, yeah, that's when you definitely need to be paid for it because, you know, a lot of people don't realize that if I want to make this as my career and let go of my day job, which has nothing to do with filmmaking, all my friends and families out there know what I do for a living at the moment, has nothing to do with filmmaking. But you know what? Even despite all that, I'm still pursuing filmmaking because it's my passion and it's what I love to do. But you know what? If I can make money out of it too, then I can fully let go of my day job and make this, my job, for the rest of my life. And not only do what I love to do, but getting paid to do what I love to do. That's the ultimate goal right there. Because, hey, we got bills to pay too. It's like, shoot, the bill collector ain't gonna, give us a pass on like a month or two. I mean, they could for some, but it's gonna cost you a little extra for, being late. And, if not for yourself, for your family that you're supporting. So that's why, a lot of people need to remember too, even if it's, doing a film for your friends or your family, it's like you still gotta charge them something. I mean, hell, if it makes it a lot easier for you and feel a little less guilty, give them a discount. You'd be amazed on like how much you're already helping them by doing that. You know, someone at work was asking me, "Oh, hey, can you come and do some wedding photos for me? I need you there for the whole day. Can you do it? And how much would you charge for that?" I told him like, you know what, for you, I'll do it for $500. That's going to include doing all the photos and then also doing all the editing for you. You just have to find, a place to print out the photos because that will give you the option of how much you want to spend on like, the prints. And after that, I never heard back from him. That was the crazy part. I already knew what was going on. He ended up like going out and looking for someone else. And I want to say he got someone who would do it for free. Someone who was probably like, who has a camera and was willing to do it for free. But my thing was this, like the amount of money that I was asking, or no, telling them that I was going to do for what he was asking for, that's actually a really good deal. We're talking about the whole day, meaning like from when him and his wife were getting ready to the ceremony to the, what's it called, the reception and all that jazz. And it's just, holy crap, dude. If you've gone to a professional or another professional who you don't know well enough to where they'll charge you the full price, dude, you probably would have been spending almost $1,500 or more. And that's the honest truth. You can Google it yourself too, if you don't believe me. And that's the thing is, I always wonder too, is like, okay, did he ever do the research and realize how much of a hookup that I'm already giving him? You know what I mean? So, it's just absolutely amazing how, a lot of people would take advantage of you like that. And that's where I always tell people, it's like, if people are doing something like that, screw them. Because if they truly, you know, you know, if they truly understand what you're going through, they would at least helped out as much as they can, or at least given you an offer. You know what I mean? And so not lowball you like that to like doing it for free. That's just absolute utter like bullshit. Like seriously, you shouldn't be like putting yourself, at their mercy because there's going to be a lot of people out there who are willing to hire you and pay you for it, especially after, all the experiences you have already and all the work you have to show for it. So don't ever think that those people are the only ones that are out there and who are going to give you an opportunity. There's a lot of opportunities out there. It's just you have to put yourself out there. Go to events, meet people, and showcase your work. It's like, I upload a lot of my work on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, and that's a way of like showcasing my work too. And once they see it, it's like, if they like it, great. If not, that's fine too. But maybe they could pass it on to their friends and family or other people that might be interested in your type of work or type of style, I guess I should say. But I mean, to end this off, with like the whole entire talk today, is that, if you can't even make money off of what it is you do best, whether it be screenwriting, uh, film editing, or a cameraman, then why would a company want to hire you to work for them? Because the thing is, people hire you because they know that your skills and talent is going to bring money to not just yourself, but to also them as well. And you know what? You can call it greed, you can call it whatever, but everybody's in it to make money. So if you're making money, the company that hired you is making money, then you know what? It's a win-win for everybody. Because as filmmakers, we're all a team on this, especially when it comes to making like big budget films, feature films, or hell, even short films. There's a team that comes together to make it happen. So why not work together and help each other, make it big, And so that's why, heck, if you have the skills and you have the talent, let's make a movie together and let's make some money together. And so, hell, but you gotta be willing to put in the time. But as far as like the person that's hiring you, they gotta be willing to put in the money, for your time and effort. That's the best way of like looking at it.